called me and said, "What are you doing tomorrow?" And I said, "Oh, I'm coming to Ibiza on holiday." They said, "You're resident at Mambo." I'm like, "What?" I came and I stayed. I didn't go home with my girlfriend. I stayed.
You stayed.
and that was it.
Ibiza does that to you.
It does, yeah. It does, yeah. So.
Welcome to the Ibiza Hall of Fame podcast with myself, Clara, and Big Al. If you've ever heard the incredible sounds of the Ibiza's beautiful sunset, you're gonna know our next guest. He's had a long residency at Café Mambo, one of the most iconic places within Ibiza. We proudly welcome Pete Gooden into the Ibiza Hall of Fame.
Hello, Pete. How are you, mate?
How are you, mate?
Welcome, mate.
Hello, how are you?
Lovely to
Me old
meet you.
mate. Me old mucker.
So we would love to know, when was your first year in Ibiza?
First year being here was a summer holiday with my parents.
Okay.
Age 13, 1987. Wasn't old enough to go to the clubs, unfortunately.
Were you into the music? Were you into the music?
Basically, the year before, my sister gave me the House Sound of Chicago Volume 1 compilation, which had like Mr. Fingers, Can You Feel It? All that. So I'd become obsessed.
Influenced straight away.
Hugely the year before.
As a teenager?
Like a cassette tape in my bedroom doing my homework.
Fantastic.
So I'd had no experience of a club or seeing a DJ. But yeah, so summer holiday here. Met some friends around the pool who were a bit older. They had this, you had like a cassette tape that would remind you of a holiday, and it had loose ends hanging on a string, Joy Sims, all in all these. But one side was kind of soul, and then the other side was early house. So that always had a bit of a big impact. And there was a DJ, a guy called Lolo. He used to play. I realised later was playing at Paradise, but he was the DJ in the hotel disco as well.
Really?
And I heard Sven Vath's Electric Salsa record. And I was really captivated by that. It was a very exotic sort of sound for me. So that was a great early experience. My sister was old enough, and I think she sneaked to us Paradise and told us about it. But yeah, that was my first time here, yeah.
Oh.
At the Tanit Hotel in San Ann by Calagrosio.
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
And what gave you the feeling to come over here and try out a career here?
I mean, I was really lucky. I mean, Ibiza was a place I came after that first holiday from like 89. I came again on a family holiday, but and I experienced clubs. My sister took me to Amnesia and I heard Alfredo. And that was a kind of moment of thinking, wow. Not that I wanted to be a DJ, it was, what is this? Being in a club, it was like, wow. This is
being in the atmosphere.
Mixed. Again, I wouldn't have noticed this at the time, but real mixed age range, mixed music, all different genres.
Different nationalities, everything.
It wasn't Birmingham,
no,
right?
No.
Where I'm from.
No.
So this was a big thing, and then from the year after, I was old enough to come with my brothers and sisters. So we would come every year, and Café Del Mar was a big place that we loved, and the queues were so big once. We sort of went into Mambo. This was the year it opened.
94.
And then me and Lawler, we'd come here together. Steve Lawler, I went to school with Steve, and we'd always like hassle Jason and ask him the names of records, and Steve just blagged a job off Jason for the next year, and then that was literally handed to me by Steve. He called me and said, "What are you doing tomorrow?" And I said, "Oh, I'm coming to Ibiza on holiday." He said, "You're resident at Mambo." I'm like, "What?" So he landed me this job, and I turned up. My poor girlfriend, when she thought we were having a holiday, I was DJing 9 hours a night from the second night we arrived. But that was it. I was literally handed it by Steve, and I kept the job for a long time. And yeah, that was so very lucky. Other people have a much harder route.
So 94 was your first year working?
96.
96 full on working.
When I started DJing at Mambo, so 30 years actually now. So that was my first time DJing here, yeah. But I was here for the whole, I came and I stayed. I didn't go home with my girlfriend. I stayed.
You stayed.
And that was it.
Ibiza does that to you.
It does, yeah. It does, yeah. So.
Oh, wow. And within your sort of music career, how did it happen that you got the residency at Café Mambo?
I was handed it. I mean, I think obviously the first night was probably a trial.
Okay.
It obviously went well. I mean, I was very, very inspired by José Padilla. Right. So I really understood the music. I mean, I'm obsessive about music. So I probably bought every record he'd ever played, and I was ready to play there. I was DJing already in Birmingham, where I'm from. I was running my own party with a friend of mine. Mm-hmm. So I was already DJing kind of around the West Midlands. But and I'd worked in record shops as well. So I had the music, and I was, you know, for me playing at Mambo wasn't some sort of compromise where you had to play a bit of everything and do the sunset. That was just me being self-indulgent. That was me doing what I wanted to do. It was easy, it was natural to me to play that way. Yeah. So I was I got on really well with Javi and the boys, and the manager at the time was a guy called Miguel. And they just they loved what I did, and thankfully I got to stay. And that
still
was
doing it.
And that was it.
Incredible.
Yeah. Fantastic. So there's a few questions we ask on this podcast. One of them is the magic of Ibiza.
Yeah.
I mean, you at 13 years old, you obviously got bitten by it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I live here. You know, I live in the country. My life's very different now to how it was when I started. Thankfully.
Yeah.
I live a much more relaxed life, and we live really in the middle of nowhere. But it still feels like Ibiza, you know. And for me, it's the people. You know, there's a unique blend of special people that Ibiza attracts.
It's a big family, isn't it? The music industry is a big family.
The creative people, it just attracts a unique type of person that makes it special. You know, DJing is not my job anymore. You know, it's a hobby now. But when I was touring for like 20 years internationally, I went maybe around 100 countries, and nowhere was like Ibiza. There was just something.
I've said that all my life.
I don't know what it is. It's not.
It's got a magic.
You say it's not Ibiza.
I mean, I've been to so many places, and that's what I think. It's not Ibiza.
I feel great when I'm here. It has a great energy.
It's got that energy and that.
Absolutely.
It's, you know, I call it the magnetism. You know.
Absolutely. It's beautiful. I mean, it's very beautiful as well.
Some people it's spiritual. Some people it's you know, the magnetism.
You know, it gave me what I wanted when I was young. It gives me what I want now I'm older. Like it just. It seems to cover everything.
I will retire here.
Yeah, why not?
I think I will.
Absolutely, yeah.
And beyond the music and the DJing, what other things would you say you most love about Ibiza?
Well, I love swimming. I swim all year round in the sea here. I love hiking. So, I mean, I love being in nature. So I spend, you know, I swim every single day at lunchtime in the winter. In the summer, I'm often swimming in the mornings. The hiking, you know, walking my dog. We live in the middle of we live in a valley in the middle of nowhere. We're nowhere near a road. So I love that I can just walk out of my house with no shoes and I'm in the woods. It's just beautiful,
amazing.
You know. And the sky is blue nearly every day.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's paradise. If that's what you like, it's paradise.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. This is paradise.
Yeah. And you know, the sea is turquoise and the sky is blue, and you know the trees don't lose their leaves, most of them. So it looks like summer all year round. So in January it can be 16 degrees and sunny, swimming in the sea, and it looks like August.
Nice.
So yeah, it's just beautiful.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So going back to the DJ side of things, who's your favourite DJ?
I mean, Sasha is the reason I became a DJ, hands down.
We just done Sasha.
Yeah, I mean, just technical ability and his taste, nobody, for me, will ever be close to him.
Good guy as well.
Just next level. I always thought that, you know, when other people mixed, it was a way to get to the next record. When Sasha mixed, magic happens.
Yeah.
You know, some of those combinations, I could reel off a million of them. But you know,
I was pleased to hear
incredible.
that I was his first gig.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I first heard Sasha. My Sasha stories aren't related to Ibiza really. It was at Shelley's where he started. In Stoke in 1990. So and the early days of Renaissance. But he made me want to be a DJ because I was so inspired by his ability.
People were impressed with him from day one, weren't they?
Different level to anybody for me. Great taste in music. The way he put it together, incredible. And then
always looking for the new music as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
He said to us in his interview, he didn't want to go backwards. He doesn't play old music.
Well, he always seems to push forward and he discovers new things, and you know that's a great DJ. And then, but I would also José Padilla. When I first went to Café Del Mar in '91, although I went there much earlier, but José wasn't there until then. And I was just like, wow.
He turned up in '90, did he?
I think he started there in '91, but he was here doing other stuff before. But I bought one of his tapes and again became obsessed with the tape, bought every record. Sometimes it took 20 years to get the songs, but I would buy tapes off him every year. And that really informed my taste from that moment onwards. So I'd say Sasha made me want to be a DJ, and José really shaped my taste. That stayed.
So your genre is the sunset-y kind of.
I like everything. I mean, I love Brazilian jazz, Afrobeat, you know, ambient music, movie soundtracks, house, techno. I like everything.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
good music.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and Jose played a bit of everything, as
Yeah.
did Alfredo and
Alfredo.
many others here.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but that's the music. That's how I DJ now. You know,
Yeah.
I'm, you know, essentially I DJ like a Jose tape. I like a bit of everything.
You still do the Torre?
Yeah, I mean, I became the musical director when Mambo bought La Torre,
Yeah.
which was is a beautiful place.
Yeah, it's like the sophisticated sunset.
Well, it's a
for
sunset.
the viewers to know. It is.
It's a sunset out on its own.
Yeah.
It's got a panoramic view. It's on the edge of a cliff. I mean, it's
yeah,
incredible.
yeah.
So for me, playing sunsets is, you know, I say I've been managing artists for 15 years, but I'm always going to be a DJ. I mean, I buy records every week. I'm still obsessed with finding records. So yeah, Jose and Sasha for me, the big inspirations.
Yeah, two good choices.
Many others as well.
There's
you know,
so many,
Garnier, many others, but
they're the ones that stick out. Yeah. No, I get that. They're two fantastic choices. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. So you've already sort of touched on who's kind of influenced you. Would there be a third person if you were?
Yeah, I mean, again,
islands?
there's a lot of people have inspired me at different times. You know, I was really into, again, often finding tapes. You know, back there was a Danny
Right.
Rampling tape, which I've told Danny about. It was New Year's Eve '91, going into '92 for Ministry.
Yeah.
I bought every record on that tape, and it really opened my ears to the more kind of US house. But Garnier, again, just like still incredible.
Yeah,
There was a tape, I think when he played at Shelley's once, and like, oh my God, he had his, you know, like all the great DJs, had his own sound.
Yeah.
Weatherall as well.
Yeah, he's no longer with us.
Incredible,
is he?
yeah, but incredible as well. Again, we had a tape, I think it was a tape Steve Lawler gave me, maybe '91.
Yeah.
Just incredible. In more recent years, you know, I felt like I hadn't had a favourite DJ for a long time, and then Luciano came along and I was like, wow.
I think Danny Whittle said that Luciano was one of his.
When Danny brought him to Pasha that year, that was really special. I was there every night, all night.
Is he still on the island?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't
for
see his name so much, but
Harvey as well.
Harvey.
I actually brought Harvey to do. I was running a party at Pikes and I booked Harvey, and that became the Mercury Rising resident.
He's the cat in the hat, isn't he?
Just incredible. Great taste, great charisma. Just a great guy, you know. That would cover a lot of my favourite DJs, I think.
Fantastic.
Overall.
Yeah, no, that's good. It's a great choices there.
Yeah.
And talking about music, I completely agree with you. Good music's good music.
Yeah.
I like across the board so many different genres. Thinking about your collection, and it's going to be very hard for you.
Ooh.
What tracks, if you think about your collection, what gives you goosebumps? What do you know if you play that track,
Yeah.
you're going to get a huge response from the crowds?
Yeah.
What would, say, if you were to give us three tracks?
I mean, I've never been that driven by what gets a response from other people. I'm
Okay.
more it's just as weird as that sounds. I actually don't think you should DJ. I know a lot of people won't agree, to the crowd.
Yeah.
The great DJs play what they want.
Yes, of course.
You go and see people you love.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think you would see pick someone like Sasha. He'll play what he's into.
Yes,
you
of
go
course.
because that's what you want.
Yeah.
You don't go and expect him to play disco.
Yeah.
I'm sure he likes disco, but you know, they have the great DJs have sound. So I would choose records that I really love, but that's difficult because I really cut my record collection down because I had too many records, and I probably sold over 10,000, and I've got about 5,000 left, and they're all great. So that's difficult. I mean, as I do, I mean, that's, you know, records like Frankie Knuckles' Your Love was a special record.
Yeah.
That was, for me, was more of a rave record from '89. It was like the closing record always at a lot of the raves in Birmingham. And then, of course, I've heard it and played it all over the world, but that's a special record. If I looked at the Sunset, I mean, I guess I'm quite known for playing Pavarotti, Nessun Dorma at Sunset. That has been my kind of big record.
Goes down great, doesn't it?
It just feels magical. Brian Eno, An Ending, as well. And also there's a track I play a lot, and I've played a lot for a long time. It's Thomas Newman. It's called A Rose. It's a minute long. It's an interlude from the, what was the movie? It'll come to me. With Kevin Spacey, and I can't remember now. Incredible.
Usual Suspects?
No, it was the. Why can't I? It's weird that I can't remember the name. It'll come to me. But so many. A lot of movie soundtracks sound incredible at sunset, or very, very, very emotive records.
But normally the soundtracks are like they grab it, they make you listen to it, don't they? So that works at Sunset, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I play mellower at Sunset than a lot of people, so I'll try and have half an hour of very emotive, or whether it's Ennio Morricone records, Vangelis records, Thomas Newman, Craig Armstrong, who I absolutely love as well. Laura's Theme by Craig Armstrong would be one of my favourites. I just like that sense of drama. And I've seen so many people crying at Sunset, which Abby always loves.
Well, I mean, we were doing Lisa Lau recently, and she came up with the Art of Noise.
Yeah, Moments in Love,
I mean,
Jose Classic.
Jose Classic, yeah.
Absolutely.
And she said that. She said it was a Jose Classic.
I mean, Deborah's Theme, Ennio Morricone from Once Upon a Time in America. I've played it hundreds of times.
I love that.
Literally.
I love that. I mean, I love that film. So
for me, there's but I love Brazilian jazz as well, so there could be João Gilberto records that I love as much as anything else, so it's just very varied. It's a difficult question.
Yeah,
you can ask me tomorrow and I'll give you totally different answers, so it's one of those. And then after I think, why didn't I say that record?
Yeah, but listen, it's like, as I said many times, it's like choosing one of your children.
But Jam and Spoon Stella, that's a great record. And then I could go, well, Age of Love, and you could just reel off a load of records.
I love Age of Love. It's a big long journey record, isn't it?
But I kind of missed really happy in the early 90s, FBI projects, everybody all over the world. Happy records. You don't get them so much now. Happy records are often cheesy now.
Yeah,
you don't get these uplifting great records that you used to have.
I love the Happy House. I don't care what anyone says. I don't think if people think it's cheesy, they can think whatever. But it was how it started off with the Acid House and the Balearic, and then it went very, very Happy House.
That Double D, Found Love, records like that. 1990, great records.
No, I still love a vocal. I love a vocal.
Maybe if I was to say maybe a couple of records that I remembered from my first, so French Kiss, Little Louie.
Oh, it's great.
Korea, Baby Let Me Love You. They're the two records that have stayed with me from my first ever time in the club.
Well, that's so, the Little Louie is such an unmistakable track.
Talking about it last night with somebody. Just
unmistakable track.
Unbelievable record.
Incredible. And nothing like it doesn't sound like anything else.
Now.
But it doesn't sound like anything else either.
Doesn't.
It's on its own bit, isn't it?
When that came out, 89? So that's nearly 40 years old, 37 years old.
Yeah.
Still sounds well produced.
Well, the whole scene is nearly 40 years old.
Yeah, it's
We're
crazy,
not far off.
I know. Feel old.
And I was there at the beginning, so it makes it even sort of more, prominent about it all. Looking back on this history of what we've all done on the island is fantastic. I'm quite I'm over the moon by doing this podcast and speaking to all you guys
about memories.
it brings back lots of memories, and it's quite emotional, really. It's nice. It's good.
Talking about emotional, in terms of your career and your life here, what have been your sort of key moments, or any moments that kind of stand out for you?
I mean, as a DJ, I guess, I played Mambo every day for the first sort of block was 10 years, and I did 9 hours a day, every day, no day off ever. I look forward to going to work every day.
That's not work, is it?
No. I'd won the lottery every day. That's how it felt. And to play that long, to play the music I liked, and it worked well, that was just a joy to me every single, even if I was tired, hungover, I loved going to work every day. So Mambo was always playing a Sunset's a beautiful thing to do. But I guess getting to play in some of the big, playing on the terrace at Space, I mean, the reaction you would get from the crowd was so overwhelming. It's the best gig of my life for sure it was on the terrace at Space. Playing in the main room at Pasha and the main room at Privilege. I remember doing Manumission once, as the sun was coming up, playing Robert Miles' Children as the sun's coming up.
See, that's one of my favourites. I love that
incredible.
Track. He's no longer with us. He's no longer with us. He lived on the island.
He did, yeah. So, do it, but also things like late 90s, I guess, doing my first mix live on Pete Tong on the Ibiza, the Radio 1 weekend live from Mambo. So nervous, terrified, having to try and get drunk just
it's crazy though, because you've done it so many times and it's just another gig, isn't it, really?
At the time it wasn't, that was special. I remember saying to one of the production team at the time, how many people are listening, and I was like, how many million? Oh my god. And just
you sort of got to switch that off, haven't you?
I'm always good at focusing when the pressure's on. I can focus, but so things like that, getting the chance to play live on Radio 1 and have residencies. I think I had residencies at pretty much every club here at some point.
Yeah.
So
well, you've been here a long time, so you've done the lot, haven't you?
Yeah, and so it's all fantastic, you know.
Yeah, and now you work with the DJs, and you work with.
I manage artists now, so I go and watch them now, and I have no desire to do it anymore. Bizarrely, I have no real interest in playing in clubs. I like playing.
You just do
I don't want to make people
stuff.
dance. Once they're dancing, you're a bit cornered. You're limited. I find to what you can play. I like to be all over the place.
In the early days, not so much, because
you could do it in the early days,
but not so much now. Now the club scene is. It's
very genre specific. You might hear one sub-genre all night at that night. There's very few mixed nights. So, but that's where places like Pikes come in, and it can be really very.
Maybe we should bring it back.
There you go. I think it would be great. I mean, it's quite normal to me to think, why couldn't you hear techno, house, bit of drum and bass, something alternative? Often the back rooms now, it's the same music.
Yeah, but just good music. That's what.
Just everything.
It doesn't have to be a genre. It can be just good music.
Well, I love the chill out rooms you got at raves. Hearing like the Orb and KLF, weird and wonderful music while you were sort of chilling out, and that's kind of gone. There's a lot of records that were absolute club classics that are now sunset records. That's crazy. At the end of the night in Amnesia, I remember hearing things like Voice of Africa, Humba Humba. That was a club record. It was slow, but you could play it. Now that's a sunset record.
Now it's a sunset record.
Bizarre.
So it's got a little bit quicker, isn't it? So a couple of quick fire questions. So, favourite beach?
Oh, that's tough. I mean, that's not quick fire, is it either? I would say, oh God, that's difficult. Probably Benares for paddleboarding, Calanova. I swim out every day in the winter normally.
Well, you're a beach guy. You go swimming.
I love the beach. But Silot as well. Sort of Chiraca,
I don't know that.
Chukla. It's on the stretch from San Juan going up to Porto. Paddleboarding up that coast is incredible. Anywhere where the water is turquoise and there's no buildings. If it feels natural, Sydney is great. I mean, we have family holidays there every year.
Fantastic.
Stay on Escalo. Beautiful
restaurant.
Beach. Over the years they've changed. It was always Sacapea in the beginning, for sure. Now I would say for me, Caspajez.
What's that?
Between Santa Eulalia and San Carlos. Family run, local food, incredible. And for fish, El Bigotes on Calamastea.
So the reason why we ask these questions is for the guys listening. Some of these people may have never been to the island. We ask these questions. They get some tips on the island.
Wild beets, if you want super healthy, raw, vegan, organic food, which I love as well. Wild beets in Santa Gertrudis is incredible.
Good. It's good.
Amazing.
So the whole reason for us being here today, Pete, is to induct you into the Hall of Fame, mate. And well deserved. You've done a lot of history on this island, and God knows how many hours you played on this island. It's a lot.
I did work out how many sunsets I'd done once. I think it was about 3,500, and that was a while ago.
Wow.
I mean, you're probably one of the DJs that have DJed the longest, because 9 hours a day for 10 years.
I've done a lot of hours here.
A lot of hours. You've put your time and effort into this. So this is very well deserved,
beautiful,
young man.
Thank you.
Very well.
So, Pete Goodin, thank you very much for your music.
Beautiful, look at that. Amazing.
There we go.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you for the music.
Beautiful.
Thank you for being with us as well today.
My pleasure, thank you. My pleasure.
So that's all we have time for at Ibiza Hall of Fame podcast. Remember to like, subscribe and to follow us on all of our platforms. See you soon.